Like, it was that kind of thing. So it was like, well, what you're feeling, you can work through it. Whatever you're going through, you should be able to push through it.
So you don't relax through anything?
No, don't relax.
So you don't rest?
No, that's how you end up broke. Resting.
Are you the one who starts the best conversations on Facebook, WhatsApp, or in the group chat? If so, this is the podcast for you. Hi, I'm Eva.
And I'm Don, and welcome to Chat and Bother. This is a 15-minute podcast where we start conversations and you and your circle finish them. So go ahead and share this episode with a friend or family member so they can listen to it and you can talk about it together.
Good morning.
And good morning.
So I have a question that's kind of been not really plaguing me, but so
should I be worried?
No worries. Do you feel like our generation is just not good with self-care? Like, that wasn't a word that I grew up hearing.
Yeah, it's definitely a new word.
It's a new word along with hand sanitizer. We didn't grow up with that either.
The first thing I ever imagined or heard of in the self-care category was Camé.
Oh yeah, they had commercials like Ginate and
or Calgon, take me away.
Calgon would have to take you away. Yes, but that wasn't for us.
No, that was
for
other people.
Our parents. They were the ones that needed to be taken away.
They needed bubble baths.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's a fun fact. I didn't get bubble baths. So I watched all those commercials and I dreamt of relaxing in a bubble bath like the people on TV. But that was around the time so y'all know my mom is a pediatrician, right? And she used to read all those books and manuals and things. And they said that young girls, women in general, should not be soaking their lady bits in soap. So I did not get bubble baths or anything like that. And I have grown up with this like fear that if I sit in soap for too long, I will be inflamed in some way.
Oh,
yeah.
This is why they told you not to read those medical journals.
This is not the exact reason.
Well, I mean, it's got to be one of them.
Because I thought I had AIDS and I was about, I was like,
okay,
10.
You can't just start there. You have to tell the story.
No, yeah, I thought I had AIDS. So basically, my mom had a lot of these medical journals around.
Right.
I was told not to read them.
And did you listen?
I of course not. Okay, because I didn't like to read generally, but if there's something you told me not to read,
that's what
I'm absolutely going to read
now.
that.
Yeah, it's obligatory now.
Yeah, I learned a lot of stuff to make sure that I was a complete hypochondriac by the time I got to college. Like, I was a mess. So, but the bubble bath thing was not in the journals. That was the thing that made me think that as a 10 to 12-year-old who had not had any sort of sexual relations, that I was absolutely HIV positive.
Wow.
Yeah. The list of symptoms, because remember back then nobody knew anything. So breathing was a symptom. Right. So yeah, anything, any kind of headache you had, everything. So I believe that was it. That was it for me.
The bubble bath.
No, the bubble bath didn't give me HIV. It was just my existence. Because they didn't talk about how you contracted it. They only talked about the symptoms. The symptoms can be very general.
Not a 10-year-old intravenous drug user.
They didn't tell me any of that. They didn't tell me that. They just said that I could have all these different symptoms. Thirst. Right? And you know, in that age, your parents mine did, withheld any kind of refreshment if it wasn't milk or water. So I was thirsty a lot. Like, there was a lot of things on that list that I felt that I had. Anyway, back to the self-care issue. Why do you think it is that our generation has to be told to take care of themselves? Why do we have to be encouraged to care for ourselves? It seems like Gen Xers can't just do it. We have to be encouraged to do it.
I don't know that I can speak for an entire generation, but I do know that coming up, the men in my life were always the kind of hardcore, if you broke your leg, just walk it off kind of guys. Like
just drag it behind you.
You just need to take a breath and get back in there.
Oh, gosh.
Like, it was that kind of thing. So it was like, well, what you're feeling, you can work through it. Whatever you're going through, you should be able to push through it.
So you don't relax through anything?
No, don't relax.
So you don't rest?
No, that's how you end up broke. Resting.
Okay, so there's no rest. There's no recovery from anything.
No. So it's either working hard or playing hard. There's no resting hard. We didn't get that part right.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because they played hard.
Yes. They don't never want to tell us that they played hard.
No, it was the work hard part.
Yeah, but them photos, I'm like, what's with the thirst trap photos, Dad? What was you headed? What's going on? But anyway, that's a whole other episode. The trauma is a different episode.
Your dad is his thirst trap photos.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, where are you going?
What was the occasion, sir?
Like, no. Okay. We talked about this the other day. I never saw my mother do her own hair.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
No, I didn't see my mom. She didn't do her own hair. She did everybody else's hair. She did my grandma's hair, my aunt's hair, my sister's hair. But she would be prompt at least once a month, Saturday morning, she would be at that salon. And if she had to drag me with her, she would drag me with her, and I'd sit my little happy behind down.
But it's at all costs.
Right. Her hair is going to be laid one way or the other.
Yes. And eventually, it's the rite of passage that the kids end up going to get their hair done. Like, you went to the barbershop.
Yeah.
My brother didn't go to the barbershop. My brother went to my dad. Like, I think eventually he started going to the barbershop.
That's a whole nother story. When my dad decided he was going to cut my hair instead of me going to the barbershop.
Everything can't be done at the house.
Bruh. Let's just say it was I had a legendary cut that
But not the good kind.
No, not. Yeah.
Ooh.
So we'll talk about that in another episode.
That's a different episode. Oh, we got some hair. That's a different episode.
Hair trauma.
Yeah. So back to this self-care issue. So my parents absolutely modeled self-care. My dad went to the gym.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't care what you was doing, what you needed. He was going to the gym.
He was on it.
Thirst trap photos from back in the day, but that's something else. He went to the gym after work religiously.
Okay.
My mom got her hair done. She didn't really do it on the Saturday mornings, but there was a salon next door to her office, so she would go over there. And then eventually there was one up the street from her office, same people, so she would go over there. Okay. But there was nothing on the schedule that she would say, oh, I can't go to my hair appointment because that's not a thing. But we tend to juggle things around what needs to be done. Oh, I can't get my nails done today because so-and-so has a recital. My mom would have been like, I'm going to drop you off. You're going to be 3 hours early because I need to get my hair done and I have an appointment.
You know, I don't think I ever got to see that conflict because my mom always had a very early Saturday morning thing. So my games and stuff like that, when I was later in high school, all of that was in the afternoons. So I don't think she ever, she may have chosen that time. No, nothing interrupted that.
And you also can't, because if that's your spot, you can't let that go for some conflict because somebody else is going to jump in that.
Right.
So you have to have your standing appointment.
Right.
I don't think I have ever had a standing self-care appointment ever.
No.
I think the closest is a doctor's appointment because I didn't do any self-care and I'm coming apart at the seams. But I've never had that.
No.
That I always go get my nails done this particular day or I always go get my hair done this particular day. There's never been a time where the kids have in their head, mommy is not available right now because she's taking care of herself. And I think that created a generation of children who believe you are
always
available. Like our kids can't understand when we say we can't do something. The first question is, are you sick?
Right.
You got to work.
What's wrong?
Like those are the only two reasons that we would not be available to them.
Sick and work.
or at work. There's no, and even work, they'll be like,
are you in a meeting right now?
Like right this minute? Or you ain't got no lunch break?
Right.
Like
when you get off.
Can you leave early?
Right.
Because I need something.
Right. And of course, you need to drop everything.
And our parents did not do that.
No.
No.
That's funny. I couldn't imagine my mom
like scheduling her self-care around your needs.
Nope.
So what do we do to fix that? I have absolutely, because I have done that all the way up until these children are about to leave this house. So I won't have that conflict again. I think I've worked through the conflict, but I also, after being a parent for how many years is this?
20 years.
Almost 25 years. I don't prioritize self-care. Like, I look down at my feet right now and I'm going, what? There's no way for me to have an impromptu trip to the beach. My mother absolutely could, unless it might have been like that Friday night before. But our parents, moms especially, if they had an event to go to on a Saturday night, their hair was done. They didn't have to think about it. They didn't have to consider it. Their hair's done, and sometimes their nails is done.
I don't think I ever saw my mom really get her nails done.
I bet you she does it now.
She does now. She's all over it now.
Yeah, because y'all couldn't be trusted to wash dishes. Why do your nails when y'all can't be trusted to do the dishes?
Yeah.
She ain't gonna mess that up.
Yeah, it's like getting your car washed and then knowing that it's raining.
It's gonna rain.
Yeah.
Y'all were rain. You all were cloudy skies and thunderstorms.
Thunder and lightning. Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so we have not reached the bottom of it, but we have reached the end of our 15 minutes to talk about it, which means you all get to continue the conversation on your own. Make sure that you are liking and subscribing, and you'll see all of the places that you can talk about this. You can talk about it on our Facebook page. You could talk about it with us on Twitter. If you're on Spotify, you can take the polls on Spotify. If you're on Instagram, we talk a lot on Instagram. So run over to Instagram.com/chatandbother and tell us what you think. Do you agree that Gen X doesn't know how to deal with self-care? Did the previous generations know how to do it better, and do the future generations? I don't think they give a flying flip what.
Self-care is part of their donna.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
They are all about caring for themselves.
Right.
Yes, their edges be edging all the time. I don't see, but they are also, I think they're a hybrid because they have that DIY, because they have YouTube and all those other ways to figure out how to do it for themselves. But then... So
they have to do it for themselves, but they will take time to do it for themselves. They will
take time to do it for themselves. And if they go see somebody, they're going to take time to do that too. So they're kind of like a hybrid.
I can see that.
Yeah, but they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right.
Yeah. It's us as running through walls and trying to figure out why our faces hurt.
Yes, that's the Gen X people. But we're going to be all right too. I got to go to work.
And I got to go to work.
So we will talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us for Chat and Bother. Go ahead and like our Facebook page and share this episode with people that you want to chat with or just feel like bothering, or both. Visit our website, chatandbother.com, for our episode guide and other ways to connect with us. Take care.